Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff and drink stuff, then, folks. I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. Happy Thanksgiving! But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my half gain shirt. Yeah, I love this shirt. I gotta be like one of the only people in, probably the entire world who has a half gain shirt. But what the hell is half gain? So, half gain were a new metal band that came out of, I believe it was Arizona, but it could be wrong. My brain is a little bit but, they had a little bit of a run. They put out an album, even got a music video. Not like a well-produced music video, but a music video nonetheless. They did their thing, had their fun, good times. That's the era that I grew up in, so, like, I love that music. And last year, 2024, I found their stuff, and I really enjoyed it. And it turned out that I actually knew their lead singer from another band, a band called Dead, D-E-D. Lead singer of Half Gain is lead singer of Dead, so a friend of mine went over there. He's a graphic artist. He made this shirt for me. Gotta represent the Half Gain. I actually do have some videos of the band Dead, if you happen to be interested. They're on my channel. I don't have any videos of Half Gain because they stopped being a band long before I found them. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? Why is it Thanksgiving? Well, it's not actually Thanksgiving. At the time I'm doing this, it'll be Thanksgiving in a couple days. But I'm getting in a Thanksgiving video. It's a special video because I promised fine folks who watch my videos that I would do something for Thanksgiving. And what could be more appropriate on Thanksgiving than, boom, reviewing a sandwich from Subway? Well, here's the thing. It's not just any sandwich from Subway. This is their, and I apologize, I'm going to mispronounce the name. This is their Turhamken. Turhamken. So playing off the whole, like, turducky type of thing. Consists of oven-roasted turkey, black forest ham, rotisserie-style chicken, shredded cheese, cranberry sauce, herb stuffing, and I got it on white bread. Now, folks, here's the thing, though. When I review sub sandwiches, I always have to go over there and preface it with three things real quick. Number one, for over 3 years now, I've been going on sub sandwich adventures. What that means is I've been going out to basically every place I can find that sells sandwiches, be they chain locations, proper delis, Walmart, what have you. They sell sub sandwiches, I'm reviewing them, I'm posting on my YouTube channel. But, such a nice guy, I don't just post on my YouTube channel. It's where number 2 comes to play. I actually have an entire playlist called Subs for Subs. That's where I go over there and I post up all of my sub sandwich reviews. Time I'm doing this, I have over 200 sub sandwich reviews in that playlist, so there's plenty. But maybe you're greedy, maybe you want even more sub sandwich review and goodness. Folks, all you have to do is wait until Sunday, because that's where number 3 comes into play. Sunday is Sub Day. Sunday is the day when I go over there and upload my sub sandwich reviews. I have not missed a Sunday in over 3 years. And that's actually where this one gets to be a little bit special for y'all, because I'm going to upload this on Thanksgiving proper. I'm going to give you a sub sandwich review in advance. And I'll even get one in on Sunday regardless. So, how nice am I? I'm like the nicest person you know. Can't even debate it. Like me, and then like, I don't know. Ooh, it's purple. Okay. That's the cranberry sauce, I suppose. It looks like that. I mean, it's a Subway sub. Not bad looking by Subway sub standards. Let's kind of go like this. Go, ha 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 ha! Let's try out a Thanksgiving sub from Subway. Last year I reviewed the Firehouse sub from their turkey sub, so let's give it a go. Oh. It is toasted. Albeit, I've kind of found that the toasting process for Subway doesn't do the best job of toasting. Like, you don't really get much like actual toast to the bread. It does like kind of melt a few things, but I feel like you could have that in there a little bit longer. But okay, that's a lot of flavor, which is not something that I can always say about a Subway sub. It is, I mean, obviously it's going over there, it's playing off those, very specific holiday flavors. You've got the herb stuffing, you've got the cranberry sauce. And, I enjoy that aspect of it to a certain extent. I think even 7-Eleven did like a Thanksgiving sub. Maybe they're doing it this year too. If they are, I'd like to try that one again. It's been a couple years. So here's the thing with this. I like that it's full of flavor. I like that it's got those holiday ingredients, but the cranberry sauce really does kind of take over. I feel like this is one of those things where it would have benefited, and I don't always usually say this when it comes to Subway. I feel like it could have benefited from a little bit less, because it is not, with the cranberry sauce being such a heavy part of it, it doesn't feel very balanced. Like everything else is kind of fighting against the cranberry sauce. The cranberry sauce itself is very okay by cranberry sauce standards. It's a little sweet, a little bit tart. It's got a little bit of that dryness, but it doesn't have any like the freshness or the vibrancy of like a proper, like a really, like a nice, like homemade cranberry sauce. Nor does it have that like exact sort of vibe that like the canned stuff has. So it's a little bit, okay. Oh. Here's the thing. It kind of goes to show that despite all of their nice titles for their protein, black forest ham, rotisserie stuff, Subway's proteins are just not very impressive. Because the main things that I'm getting from this are that cranberry sauce and that stuffing. Even with all of the other proteins in there, like, I am getting some of it, obviously, but I would say 75% of this is a mix between the stuffing, which does taste kind of nice. It's, stuffing, and the cranberry sauce. The actual proteins themselves feel almost supplementary. I mean, you do get a little bit, obviously. I would say the Black Forest ham probably plays the biggest role. The turkey really doesn't stand much of a chance. Like, Subway turkey isn't particularly good to begin with. And you've got all this other stuff coming on. Yeah. But, okay. Well, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Maybe and kinda ish. So here's the thing. By Subway standards, this is definitely better than I would consider one of their average subs. I like that it has a lot of flavor. I like I said, that they included the holiday flavors. Those are good elements to it. And for what they are, like, even though the cranberry sauce, again, I feel like they put a little bit too much, and I wouldn't consider a particularly great cranberry sauce, it does add something to the overall, gives it some fruitiness. And it does tie into those holiday flavors, that holiday vibe. So credit where it's due. And the stuffing is actually genuinely pretty tasty. Like, not proper stuffing, but, Problem, of course, is, like I said, like, the actual proteins, the stuff that's supposed to be the hero, really do get kind of lost. And I think even if you diminish the amount of cranberry sauce, like, yeah, that would help things a little bit. But fundamentally, I don't think it would go over there and massively improve the situation. I like the idea of this sub, and I think that if it were done by, quite frankly, a better establishment, like I said, I did the Firehouse sub one last year. I personally really enjoyed that one. I'm not going to say that this thing is anything all that special, but would I maybe get it again? Maybe as like a little Thanksgiving-ish kind of deal, right? And that's why if I'm recommending it, kind of. It's a little bit of fun for what it is. And again, Subway obviously throws out new menu items, but like this one at least is a little bit more inventive than they're used to. So, I would probably say if you can get it, the Firehouse sub, Thanksgiving sub, I personally found to be way better. But there is at least a little something to this. If you want to try it, there's worse subs that have come out. So it's kind of damning with faint praise, but it is what it is. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, over there, have yourselves a truly Thanksgiving-tastic rest of your life, provided, of course, that you celebrate it. It's part of your whole thing. I know not everybody does, and, if you don't, that's cool, too. Hopefully you just have a great fucking day. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, let me know, if you do celebrate Thanksgiving, what are some of your favorite traditions? Is there, are you like a football game family, or, is there a specific way you like your turkey, or, key me in a little bit. And if you don't, well, what do you do instead? Is it just another day to you, or, do you go over there and celebrate in your own way, just maybe not in a Thanksgiving way? I'd be interested to learn.